Roy Cropper, David Nielsen, is beginning to have his own theories about who started the boat fire, but his finger-pointing could be set to ruin a friendship in Coronation Street. The police come knocking for Carla Connor, Alison King, but she tells them that the CCTV footage was deleted in a glitch. She has an alibi anyway. She was across town at the time of the blaze. With little else to go on, the police rule it as an accident, but Peter Barlow, Chris Gascoigne, is still suspicious, and Roy can't shake a niggling feeling. Fires don't just start themselves now, do they? Peter's concerns are heightened when Seb, Harry Vicinoni, tells him he saw Carla acting shiftily, shoving a bin bag in her car the morning after the fire. Roy knows Carla too well. She is definitely hiding something, and he wants to get to the bottom of it. Roy quizzes her over the contents of the bag, but she brushes him off by saying it was just underworld seconds for the charity shop. But he's not to be fobbed off so easily and is still convinced that Carla knows something. Wound up that she's telling lies, he finally confronts her, accusing her of letting Abby Franklin, Sally Carmen, take the blame for the fire as she is still in love with Peter. Will Carla be forced to tell him the truth? In upcoming episodes of Coronation Street, tensions are set to rise dramatically as Roy Cropper, one of the street's most principled and gentle souls, makes a shocking accusation that threatens to shatter his long-standing friendship with Carla Connor. As the mystery surrounding the recent boat fire continues to smolder, Roy begins to suspect that Carla may be hiding a dark secret, and his quiet determination to uncover the truth could have far-reaching consequences. With suspicions mounting, evidence disappearing, and emotional loyalties pulling characters in every direction, this storyline is shaping up to be one of Weatherfield's most intense and emotionally charged dramas of the year. The blaze that destroyed the canal boat has left emotional and literal wreckage in its wake. Initially ruled an unfortunate accident by the police, the fire has nonetheless stirred up unease and suspicion among several residents, especially Peter Barlow, who remains unconvinced by the official explanation. Peter, haunted by the destruction of the boat and what it symbolized, can't let go of the idea that someone deliberately set the blaze. His instincts are razor-sharp, and even in his lowest moments, Peter's ability to detect when something isn't right rarely fails him. Enter Roy Cropper, Peter's quiet ally in doubt, and a man known for his unwavering sense of integrity. Roy begins to consider that Peter's suspicions might hold merit. And troublingly, his suspicions soon begin to circle around someone he holds dear, Carla. Carla Connor has faced more than her fair share of scrutiny in the past, but this time, the heat isn't just coming from suspicious neighbors or a factory scandal, it's coming from a trusted friend. When the police come knocking, Carla maintains her innocence, calmly informing them that the CCTV footage from the area was deleted due to a glitch. Convenient, perhaps. Too convenient, according to some. She also insists she has an alibi, claiming she was across town during the time the fire started. With no concrete evidence to challenge her, the police are forced to close the case as an accidental fire. But for Roy, the story doesn't sit right. Peter's own growing suspicions are soon fueled further when Seb Franklin, always lingering in the background but rarely without key information, drops a bombshell. He saw Carla acting suspiciously the morning after the fire. According to Seb, she was shoving a black bin bag into her car, furtively, as if hiding something. This revelation plants a seed of doubt that Roy simply cannot ignore. Roy Cropper is not a man who jumps to conclusions. In fact, his entire character is built on his methodical, reasoned approach to life. But the situation at hand is more complicated than any logic puzzle or crossword clue. It involves Carla, someone Roy cares for deeply. The possibility that Carla might be keeping something from him gnaws at his conscience. Could she really be covering something up? And if so, why? Roy quietly confronts Carla, gently questioning her about the mysterious bin bag Seb mentioned. Carla, clearly unprepared for the line of questioning, attempts to brush it off. She claims the bag simply contained underworld seconds, factory cast-offs she was donating to a local charity shop. But Roy sees through the vagueness. Her tone, her body language, the avoidance in her eyes, it all screams of someone hiding something. And for Roy, who values honesty above all else, it's a devastating blow. Roy's discomfort eventually boils over. Unable to let the matter rest, and increasingly unsettled by Carla's evasiveness, he takes a bold step that few would expect from him. He directly confronts her. What begins as a gentle nudge for the truth quickly escalates into a dramatic accusation. Roy suggests that Carla might have knowingly allowed Abby Franklin to take the fall for the boat fire. And, in a painful twist, he implies her motivation could be connected to Peter Barlow. Is Carla still in love with Peter? And if so, would she go so far as to shield him or protect her own image by letting Abby shoulder the blame? It's a raw, emotional moment. Roy's voice trembles not with rage, but with heartbreak. The idea that Carla could have lied to him, of all people, cuts deeply. For Carla, the accusation is a punch to the gut. Roy has always been her moral compass, the one person whose opinion she truly valued when the rest of the world turned against her. To be accused by him is more than just upsetting, it's devastating. The question now looms. What exactly is Carla hiding? While she maintains that she had no involvement in the fire, the circumstances surrounding her behavior raise significant red flags. The missing CCTV footage, the sketchy alibi, the bin bag, none of it adds up. If Carla is protecting someone, the most likely candidates are Peter or even herself. Perhaps she knows more than she's letting on. Maybe she saw something or did something that, while not criminal, would cast her in a bad light. Carla's relationship with Peter has always been complicated, filled with passion, pain, and a deep, often dysfunctional loyalty. Could she really let Abby take the blame to keep Peter safe? Or is she covering up a completely different kind of truth? Whatever the case, Roy's challenge forces Carla to face herself in the mirror and decide whether to keep hiding or finally come clean. Meanwhile, Abby Franklin finds herself swept up in a storm she didn't see coming. While she's no stranger to being unfairly judged, the idea that she might be blamed for a fire she didn't start is almost too much to bear. She's worked hard to rebuild her life, fighting addiction, reclaiming her dignity, and doing everything she can to be a better person. The notion that someone might quietly let her take the blame for a fire, especially someone like Carla, is infuriating. If Abby gets wind of Roy's accusation and the possible truth behind Carla's behavior, the resulting fallout could be explosive. Abby isn't one to go quietly, and if Carla truly betrayed her trust, the fierce mechanic may have plenty to say about it. Peter Barlow, always at the emotional center of Carla's world, continues to dig for answers himself. While he hasn't yet made a direct accusation, his suspicions toward Carla are growing by the day. Peter's relationship with Carla has been nothing short of tumultuous over the years. They've been lovers, partners, enemies, and everything in between. Their shared history makes his suspicions all the more painful. The thought that Carla could be involved in something so underhanded and keep it from him feels like betrayal.